Welcome back to Talking Orthodoxy. In this video, we have an exciting interview that was conducted at the parish of Saint Stylianos by myself in collaboration with the Pearls of Wisdom project. So in this project, our hope is to chat with parishioners and clergy to simply receive some pearls of wisdom or any other pieces of advice or knowledge that they could share with us. All credit to the parish for putting together such an incredible initiative, and the least I can do is share it with my network here to spread the word. So please enjoy and stay tuned for more videos and interviews. Hedete. Welcome everyone. Welcome to another episode of our Pearls of Wisdom project. It's great to have you here with us and to see you again virtually. Today we have the pleasure of welcoming a wonderful parishioner of ours. This is Nikoleta Tsolozidi-Soravia. Welcome, Gita Nikoleta.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
A pleasure to have her with us. Now, if you could just give us a little bit about your background and introduce yourself to us for the viewers, that would be great.
My background, I was born in Athens, and I have 25 years here in Australia, and I'm having 2 sons and 4 grandchildren. So I have a strong background with the church around my family, and I'm very happy with all these people around the community here.
And for work, what do you do?
I'm a hairdresser. I'm a hairdresser for 45 years now in industry. So it's a big thing for me because I'm working with people, basically. And it's a big subject, my work.
So if anyone needs any haircuts, we know who to go to. So obviously juggling your work and your family and your passion for your church and your community. Can you give us some tips on how we can better manage our time and be able to offer our time for volunteering and other work?
Well, this is important to work, but actually important to working with your spiritual life too, because it's a lot of communication and a real touching with people, and that's the main thing in our lives. We can't live by ourselves. We give whatever we can through the community and through the people, so we feel that life it's worth it. And I think this is a big thing when the people want your help or you want to give your help. That's the main thing in life for me. So we manage the hours in the work, and the same thing with the time out of work.
So it's important for us to prioritize.
Yes. It's important for me. I always feel more full in my life when I give to people.
And when we are in that situation when we're giving, is it better for us to give as much as we can or as much as we are able to juggle as well? Important.
Well, that's another thing. If you don't manage your feelings when you do something, sometimes you exit your expectations. If you give more than you expect or you can, I don't think so it's a good idea, because you have to have that balance. Most of the times we are so busy, we don't have some balance. And this comes when you are very strong in your beliefs. You just thinking, you stop and thinking, do I have to give some time to a different subject, not like work or not just outside of the... Yeah, it's important, the balance.
Of course, that's very important. And being able to make sure that we can find that balance is key.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess oftentimes we might be dealing with disappointment or failure. How can we handle that fear of failing or disappointing people?
In my life, I have come in many stages, and many times I was feeling fear, I was feeling the disbelief for people around me, and I was always stand back and I was thinking through my faith, because that faith was keep me the way I am now. Because the life is not easy all the time. We need to challenging sometimes ourselves. And I was facing that, and always with my faith, I was going through. And that was very important.
So your faith was your guide.
Most of the times. Yeah. And every day I face that. Every day. Because I'm dealing with people in the work and a lot of young people. And I try to make them understand the way I try to be the way I am. So I give them like a example with myself.
Have there been any challenges in putting your faith first and having that as a priority?
A challenge in my faith?
In putting it first?
I was always put the faith in the right direction, and I never mix my life and make difficult for the others to understand why things is that way for me, or why I just react the way I am. It's always difficult because we dealing with different people around us all the time. So we have to be more sensible, and we never forget our faith.
Very true. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Do you think that do you believe that people have genuine goodness inside of them?
Depends the situations they go through. Some people, they leave you to understand that. Some people, they don't want to. My work makes me feel like sometimes I'm like a psychologist. So that's the way we work in hairdressing, because we touch the people. It's like you touch the personality. So when you understand that person, you don't want to open it or you don't want to share something with you, of course you have to step back. Don't press anybody.
Very true. But on the other side, what can we describe as someone that's bad, or what type of characteristics would that type of person portray?
Usually for me, it's the people, they manipulate you. They try to manipulate you, or they try to makes you feel bad, or it's something wrong with you. That's the people, it's very dangerous. So when you understand that, you just don't have to feel fear, but actually stand up by yourself and be strong.
So being able to be confident and assertive.
Yes.
To make sure people
give you confidence that because you know what you do the best, and actually you give them the how you call it, that opportunity to change the minds. But if they don't, you just step back. You can't press anybody.
Because some people don't want to change their minds.
Yeah, well, yes.
It might not be worth putting that energy and effort inside of it.
Yes.
So you choose your battles.
Yes.
Correct.
Exactly.
Now, we are placed beneath the church. What does church mean to you, and what's been the impact on your life?
In my life, I was facing, as I said before, many times and fear and challenging. And I was always having in my mind that the church is here. If I need, I have to go. That was always, especially when I was leave Greece to come in and stay here, that was my first place to come in. And all this community, they give me that big hug. So I was feeling safe always when I come in here. And you feel like it's something part of your family, part of your security. Yeah, it's like a blanket here, it's a warmth, So I always believe that. And I was passing that to my sons because they grown up through communities in the church and everything. So they was always feeling that giving and that warmth.
What advice would you have for maybe people that are not in the church or haven't been able to find their way here?
The people that found their way here,
That haven't found their way here.
ah, yes, yeah, that's always we have to try to make them understand and keep them with that faith and the love we have to give. Maybe that's the way they can change and found.
Speaking of the next generation, what life lessons would you have for the next generation, and maybe even some that your parents have shared with you as well?
Be strong and be honest with each other, and basically always give that love, because everybody needs the love. Without the love, we can't go through. We feel loneliness if we don't have people to love us, and that's the strength, I think. We start from there.
It's important for us to give love.
Yes, yes, yeah, and trust the people in the right way, and give them that opportunity to just go closer to you. So that's the only way to pass the message.
Now, often these days, a lot of people have a lot of negative thoughts, and I'm sure you've dealt with a lot of customers that have come and they're very negative and down. And what is your piece of advice for people?
The advice of the people, look, I'm dealing with this every day, and with my apprentices I have, and young people in close to me, and even the people that come in and sit down and live to touch them. It's very difficult if you're not feeling that love for the others to go through and make them understand, I'm here. I'm here for you, so don't be afraid. And just live yourself in a good way, so you can express how you want that. But most of the times we have that difficult with the young people because they found difficult to express themselves. And it's important to be in a community. That's very important for me.
We brought up that topic of love, and I think it's helpful if we can, dissect it a little bit more and understand what it really means and how we can, be able to express that in the best possible way.
I express the love in a different ways every time. For example, when someone needs something in the hospital, I'm going and visit them there, and I just make them feel comfortable in any service I can give them, for example. Or the welcome when someone's coming close to you. Or the reward to give to someone, like for the youngest, for example, you give that with love, and you make them understand it's just important for you, and you just be there for them. So that's the love for me. If you're not feeling love, you can't do that. You are not looking real.
We have to feel it from within us.
Yes, yes.
And do you think that if we're able to feel that internally and then spread that with other people, they can feel it as well?
Yeah, because your faith makes you feel that way. The Christ, it was always with the love. And that's the main thing for the Christians. So if you're not feeling that, you can't complete your life.
That's probably the key point. Christ is love.
Yes, exactly.
If you want to give us your thoughts on that specific, because that's central to our faith as well.
I was saw that in many people's phases, and anything was happening in my life, I was saw that many times. So I'm grateful for that.
I'm sure it can be tricky though when we deal with it, many times in normal situations, but even more so when we deal with difficult people.
Yes.
How can we deal with them? And
exactly. And when you end up that situation, then you can see the love of your Christ. It makes you stronger and go through that.
So the faith helps you to build that love.
The faith. We have to have the faith.
And how important is the faith to you?
Very important. Yeah. With no faith, you can complete yourself. Yeah.
Very true. So we have a common theme in today's day and age where intrusive thoughts occur within us, and it's very difficult for us to battle them and to get on top of them and manage them. I think a lot of people struggle with this, and I'm sure many of the people that come to you and they tell you about all their negative thoughts and all their problems. What's your advice on how we can best handle those negative thoughts and to maybe turn them positive and deal with them to stop them from taking over?
Yes. The thing is, you have to listen. You have to be patient and listen. So when you listen to people, you understand sometimes the situation that they feel powerless, and they feel the fear and have negative thoughts. So what you're doing, you just go through your experience and try to make them understand where is the point, where is the real situation that you have to go through. For my experience, because I was always pray every day, every night, to just give me that strength and have that faith, and I just go through all the negative thoughts maybe I have, or maybe the people have. So I try with the prayer and all this positive mind to just make them understand and go through that. It's not easy. It's not easy, but we face it every day. But with my prayers, I always found the strength.
So how important or significant do you think prayer can be for us?
For me, it's every day, because every day it's a challenge. And every day you don't know what you're going to face. So I'm thankful and always try and pray to have that strength.
Now on another topic, how do you think heaven is?
Heaven for everybody is different. For me, heaven is life after life. People, they just not be with us, and we want to meet them again. Heaven, it's different for everybody, I think. But most of all of us who have that belief and a strong faith, it's always with Christ there.
That's the key.
That's the key, yeah.
And last but not least, we'd be grateful if you could just share a wish to humanity that you might have.
The humanity, they need a lot of strength, and we go through a difficult time now, so we can face all this happen around the world, and sometimes we asking, where are you, Christ? Why this is happened? So I pray to have a faith and a love all these people, and found the right way to just live and have that peace and be more peaceful. It's very hard, but with the love and the Christ with us, we go through.
We can find peace.
Yeah, we can find peace.
Beautiful. And that's a wrap for our interview today. Thank you, Gideon Nikoleta, so much for taking your time and talking with me today and learning about your life and your experiences has been a really wonderful experience. It's been lovely to have you here. So here's a token of our appreciation, a little
thank
mug
you.
for you. That's nothing at all.
I thank you to give me the opportunity to speak and be more useful in the community.
Of course, we're very grateful
Thank
to have
you.
you here, and I'm sure many
Thank you for
people-
having me. Thank
Lovely
you.
to have you. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of our Pearls of Wisdom project. A few announcements and just some updates in case you weren't aware. You can find us on Sunday after church at our table for the Pearls of Wisdom project. So come and say hello, or if you're interested in being interviewed. We're now opening up the interviews to young adults as well. So if you're interested in being interviewed by myself or one of the other lovely people here, then please come to the table on Sunday after church where you'll see us. We also have the Teen Orthodox Cafe and Youth Orthodox Cafe, which is for young adults from year 8 onwards. And if you're in your 20s as well, we'd love to have you here. That occurs on every second Friday at 7 p.m. This Friday, we have the Lifemark movie that we'll be watching. Now, our Youth Orthodox Cafe occurs fortnightly, but at the same time, we have the Adult Fellowship that occurs upstairs. So you're welcome to come with your parents and come and enjoy the youth event as well as the Adult Fellowship. So that's every second Friday, right here in the hall at our church. And we hope to see you there. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in another episode of our Pearls of Wisdom project.